David Ajala explained Star Trek Discovery seemingly ending Cleveland Booker's story in Season 4, and why he's glad he returned for Season 5. Watching Star Trek Discovery's final season, I find it hard to imagine what ITD looked like without David Ajala's Cleveland Booker in the mix. Fans were delighted to see him return in early trailers, to the point where Sonequa Martin Green was surprised by his reveal, given what happened to the character in Disco's Season 4 ending. I was just as baffled at the time, but the actor was fortunately able to set the record straight on Book's return, and YH is glad it all worked out. David Ajala was kind enough to speak to Cinema Blend ahead of another Booker-heavy episode that'll make this month's Paramount Plus subscription cost worth it. I mentioned how heavily his character's story has been incorporated into Season 5, and asked why Star Trek Discovery seemingly wrote him off back when he was sent to help refugees as penance for his betrayal of the Federation. Ajala cleared up the situation, recalling both Booker's fake-out death in the finale and his eventual punishment that sent him away from the ship. It's funny because I remember reading the Season 4 finale episode and thinking, oh, so Cleveland Booker is out of here, and then, seeing the reveal. It was fun because it was such a superb dramatic beat. But I was only meant to be on the show for 2 seasons, Seasons 3 and 4. As fate would have it, the stars aligned, and the producers and powers that be wanted to flesh out Cleveland Booker's story a little more and gave me the invitation to come back, which I graciously accepted. There were no guarantees that David Ajala would remain with Star Trek Discovery after his contract was up, so it seems that story decision was landed on as a way to offer wiggle room to the writers to explain away his absence had the actor not been available to return. Fortunately, it all worked out, and while we don't know exactly when the decisions were made, Ajala confirmed to Cinema Blend in December of 2022 that he would appear in Season 5. Suffice it to say, this fan was not shocked to see him in the trailers. As is widely reported at this point, no one involved in Star Trek Discovery knew Season 5 would be the final outing when it was in production, so it's a blessing David Ajala did agree to return for another season. The actor continued, sharing why H has been so grateful for this additional story, and how it benefited the character of Cleveland Booker overall. And I'm so happy that my yes was yes because we've been really able to dig into a much more well-rounded individual. Not perfect, well-rounded. Whose strengths and weaknesses have been so publicly displayed, and whose fall from grace has been so publicly displayed. I think it shows great character with his leaving Booker because H is able to bounce back and still be of service to many people. Star Trek Discovery fans still have more to see from Cleveland Booker, and at least some confirmation from star Sonequa Martin Green that we'll get a sense of where he and Michael stand. David Ajala also teased to Cinema Blend that H is very excited for fans to see a particular scene, and I'm really curious if it involves Booker and the lead of Discovery. I'm hoping to see as much of Cleveland Booker as I possibly can, knowing that there may not be much room for him on Star Trek television in the future. Unless Book joins Starfleet, I don't really see him appearing on upcoming Trek shows like Starfleet Academy, which is also set in the 32nd century. Stranger things have happened, however, and it's hard to believe that at least 1 or 2 stars from Discovery series won't be a part of this in development spin-off. As for what's coming for Cleveland Booker in the immediate future, it seemed he managed to gain some headway with rival Courier Moll, who is the daughter of his mentor, the original Cleveland Booker. Perhaps she and Lack can ultimately be shifted into allies, rather than enemies who intend to hand a dangerous technology to the Breen in exchange for their freedom. Hopefully, he can convince them to work with Starfleet before it's too late. Star Trek Discovery continues its final season on Paramount Plus with new episodes on Thursdays. Don't miss the back half of this season, as the action is only sure to heat up as we head to that big finish filmed after the show was cancelled.